Oh. Yeah. Ah, good morning to you. Every day tends to start like this. I wake up in my bed, or on those extra special mornings, I wake up in someone else's bed. Last night didn't go very well, though. It's the crack of dawn. I've got 101 things I should be doing today. It's a crazy, busy world of showbiz. Come with me, share, share, share. The first thing I tend to do when I get up, and I suppose I'm much the same as most people in get up and go to the jolly old toilet. Very important thing to do, especially if you're in show business. There it is. You'll see me making use of that in a minute. Here I am, starting the day. Everyone likes to start the day, really, with good old-fashioned British pee. You know where you are with this? Very therapeutic. Anyway, today's going to be busier than ever for me, I think. Expecting that phone to ring any minute with the agent on the line. All sorts of exciting deals to tie up. Mine is a career which is very much taking off, I'll tell you that much. Very exciting, and you must be excited to be sharing it too. Just give that a shake there. Oh, I've just realised I've got to turn the machine off. Didn't think of that. Let's have a little look round my gaff. Before there's the phone, I expect that to be ringing any minute with me agent, obviously. Up there, look, there's my silver disc that I got with Morris Man and the Majors, a song called Stutter Rap, which I wrote myself. Aren't I extremely clever? Well, as you can see, breakfast is just simple cereal for me. Nothing more. Nothing less. I always keep the phone right by me. You never know, do you? I'm a little bit surprised it hasn't rung already, but let's face it, it's still very early. Yeah, well, there's no need to be like that, operator. I just want to make sure that the line's working. Yes. Well, why has nobody phoned then? Sorry, listen, you caught me in my writing stage, obviously busy with the phone, but writing as well. I'm a very talented sort of writer as well as comedian, musician, performer, actor. And I just sit down and write whatever comes in my head. I've written a poem this morning, for instance. A, you're adorable. B, you are beautiful. C, you're more charming than the rest. D, you're a darling. E, you're exciting. But F's for the thing you do the best. I might set it to music. I love you, baby. That's quite alright. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby. Bring me down, I pray, oh, pretty baby. Now that I found you, stay. Love you, baby. Let me love you. Got my publisher on the line, just playing in my new composition. Hello, Sid, what do you think? Yeah, no, it's derivative of something, yeah, I know, but I don't know what. Cheers. Look, I'll be honest with you, this isn't turning out to be like one of my average days. I'm normally much busier than this. I mean, it's 11:15 now, and I haven't had a big showbiz break or anything like that, so silly. I'm sure after 12 o'clock this afternoon it'll be really busy. I'll tell you what, I'll come in the studio and tell you all about my day, because this is a bit pointless really, isn't it? Let's knock it on the head here.
The 6 o'clock news from the BBC with Anna Ford and Andrew Harvey.
So, where was your agent?
Constipated, I think, and had bowel problems and couldn't get to the phone, apparently.
You don't have an agent, do you?
I don't have an agent.
No. We were rather hoping that you might sort of
Do you have an agent?
No.
Oh, right.
No, I have 4.
Right.
I was rather hoping you'd get some sort of celebrities on your
actually, it's just after I gave the camera back to you. It was a bit of a shame. Quite a lot came round. One of the cousins of Instant Sunshine popped in for a couple of days.
Well, I must say there was some sort of clever camera work. Credit where credit is due. The bathroom piece was pretty nifty, I thought.
Yep.
An inch either way. A foot either way, maybe. I don't. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for sharing your day with us.
My pleasure.
We've got to take a break now. Tony Hawks.
Thank you.
Welcome back, and before we continue, some important pieces of TV news. Local residents have been criticising Paula Yates' new breakfast show, broadcast as it is from a suburban house run by a generator which starts up at 4 in the morning. Neighbours are unhappy with the appalling droning noise and high-pitched whine and are demanding a new presenter. Amid continued controversy over his private life, Frank Boff looks favourite to take over the mid-morning show on LBC Radio. A spokesman said it would give him something to do before he went to bed. And the audience figures for El Dorado have now dropped so low that the programme has been dramatically pulled out of the European soap mechanism. And so we turn to crime, like a number of ITV presenters I can mention. As we've seen, the prime purpose of this programme is to provide a public service for you, the viewer, provided by us, the broadcasters, although largely compiled by them, the researchers. And to that end, Nick here has conducted a special survey of Britain's hottest trouble spots based on the crimes featured on television in the last 12 months. Nick?
Yes, well, most people probably imagine the inner city areas of Glasgow or Birmingham or Manchester are the most dangerous places to live. But apparently not. Outside London, for instance, the most vicious place in the country is Oxford, where already this year, one local inspector has investigated 8 savage murders at the university, closely followed by the apparently idyllic holiday island of Jersey, with 4 muggings, a suicide attempt, 2 poisonings and a bank robbery. And incredibly, the third most violent place is the tiny village of St Mary Mead in the Cotswolds, where there have been 4 stabbings, 2 hangings, a lethal spider bite, 3 strangulations and a sabotaged Bentley. All amazingly solved by the same little old lady who lives locally. This appalling crime wave is not confined to the south. The tiny Yorkshire farming community of Emmerdale was rocked in January by the callous and utterly premeditated theft of some dry stone walling. But perhaps most disturbing, due to the large number of repeats this year, was the discovery by a Belgian detective of a woman in East Anglia who had been murdered by her brother-in-law twice in the space of 6 months. And so, after charting these and many other crimes, we've concluded that the safest place to live in Britain is the Toxteth area of Liverpool.
Thank you, yes, sound advice there, I think. And of course, here on It's Only TV, we'll be bringing you each week a comprehensive roundup of all the week's detective series, in case you missed them, or in case you watched them but have the attention span of a goldfish. And so, very briefly, in Boone, it was the restaurant owner's 2 wives. In Kojak, it was his godson's accomplice, Eddie Gordon. In the bill on Tuesday, it was Dave Collins. In the bill on Thursday, it was the bank robber. Must have been a bit of a giveaway. And in Inspector Morse, it was the gardener who murdered the doctor. That's Dr. Deere, not Dr. Copley Barnes, the master of the college, who was murdered by his wife for what he did to the journalist with the green hair ribbons, who was a friend of his daughter, which, of course, is why he received the package containing the dead fish. So, that's all cleared up for you now. And if you've recorded those shows and haven't watched them yet and don't want to know who did the murders, well, it's a bit late, I'm afraid. Well, it's all very easy to be flippant about the week's television, which is why we're here. But broadcasting is a serious business, and so for that matter are your opinions, which is why each week we give viewers everywhere from Land's End to Penzance the opportunity to sound off on the state of British television. In the video box this week, Samantha Talbot from Crawley, a veteran campaigner whose views have already been aired on Kilroy. But unlike the video boxes on other programmes, our viewers won't go unchallenged. Testing their convictions to the full with his searching questions is our man Chris Morris. And Chris's question...
I think that if we get to the stage where what we want to do, or what television wants to do, to gain an audience or to maintain its balance, is to excite people, or to hold them totally and absorb them into something that the general public, I think, start to see as reality, and is not reality at all.
It's the public swivel.
Yes.
Going faster and faster.
Yes.
Do you think the effect on the public swivel is deliberate or accidental?
No, I don't think it's accidental.
How far do these accidental factors affect the public swivel?
I think vastly. I think the fact that television in general doesn't take a much more general view.
So it's a particular view forced on one particular area of the public swivel that produces the effect.
Overall, I think it does. I mean,
and at least in this country, the pressure points on the public swivel are visible for the time being.
Yes, but I think we're very close to that. I mean, with the TV now that's coming in from the dish satellite TV.
So how far is the pressure point on the public swivel above the ground at the moment?
Yes, I think very, very close.
In feet or inches?
I think inches.
Really?
Yes, I don't...
Well, that's serious, isn't it?
Yes, very serious. And I think the danger is that we're all likely to just throw our arms up and say, well, we expected it, there's nothing much we can do about it, and it's here.
At that point, we all fly off in independent directions, each on our own axis, and there is no public swivel anymore. How many rotations can the public swivel take per year before this cataclysm happens?
I think we should be down to 1 to 5, shouldn't we? I mean, I think...
So, keep the rotation of the public swivel to 5 or less per year?
Yes, I think so.